Hello, it's Elaina Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com, Elaina's main game name, and today I'm back down in my basement and it is time to GM another skill. Um, since I GM'd my first skill, I think it was in range combat. If I look at that, oops, get some extra stuff up on here. So since I've actually GM'd this one, every time I've GM'd a skill, I was fortunate to capture the first one, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to capture each one and kind of do a little bit of talk about how I got to that and how you can go ahead and get that skill GM. So I did this one, I did aim shot, I think I did piercing shot, I did rapid fire. I know over on the crafting side I did carpentry at one point. I know I did tailoring. I think that was my last one. I even did blacksmithing on there. So that was 7 of them that are up there. And if you look at this, you see my 7 skills, and there they are. So today I'm actually working on alchemy. So first thing, how did I get alchemy up to 99? What's the magic? What's the secret? Well, I've been in the game for a lot. So since back when we went persistent, so about a year ago. So I've been using the alchemy table. Most of the time I've been using the alchemy table for trying to enchant items. And just solely, it's crappy at first, and I'm okay at this point. Alchemy's great. My enchantment's getting up there. It's at 70, getting close to 70 there. One more enchant and I'll be there. And I got 16 on weapon and 11 on armor. So as you use those, you're going to be raising those. This is going to go up by just by nature. But there are some grindable things, some things you can do that actually can get it so you can get your alchemy up there to 100 and upward. First thing, if you're making scrolls are a great spot to do it. So if you need to make teleport, recall scrolls, if you look at that, let's see what those look like here. So you look at your teleport to scroll. So, wood pulp. I've always had a lot of wood pulp because of, did a lot of carpentry, lots of wood scraps. One wood scrap can turn into wood pulp. So you can do it via pulp, and then you just got to get your reagents to make that. So those actually make a good deal to get yourself up there. So people who are doing a lot of scrolls are going to naturally go up in alchemy. The other place you're going to actually find yourself doing this is in gems. So if you are making gems, so taking fragments and creating a gem, so if you get like 400 amethyst fragments, you can make an amethyst gem. Or if you do it in one of these guys on here, I think it's, what else we got? We can do fragments here. Citrine fragments, diamond fragments, emerald fragments, all 400. So if you're finding lots of fragments, you're out there mining, however it is, turning those in will get you there. But it's 400 fragments, so that's a little bit of a long road. It's more of a cleaner road if you've got whole gems and you're turning them into if you take like this is an emerald, you can turn it into a Gaiasm gem that you can use for socketing or a ward if you wanted to on that. So you can turn it into gems. You can take a piece of gem, and you can turn it into one that's socketable, or you can turn it into a piece of jewelry, and these actually are the ones that get put onto like rings and necklaces and stuff. So, but once again, that requires you have a lot of these out there. So one of the videos I've posted out recently, last couple weeks, was about troll hunting. Been able to over in the passes where you can go in, there's like a troll there, and there's actually 2 trolls in the scene. Been able to work on those solo. So I've been trolling like crazy, been trying to get different parts, rib cages and whatnot, and I've been amassing gems, lots of gems. They drop tons of gems and tons of fragments, mainly the gems. So I reached 96 last night for alchemy. I was just doing a lot of enchanting and stuff, been working on bows and different armor pieces and stuff. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can push through. So if I look at my inventory, I'll bring this up so we can see it. I still got a bunch of gems in here. I've got still 22 sapphires. I've got, I've got 46 diamonds. So I've got a ton of gems there. Yeah, 46. That's a lot on the table. They go pretty quickly. Anything you see that says gem, necromancy gem, Gaiasm gem, anything that's that are things I've already done. So I've taken myself upward. I've created like here roughly, let's say 55 plus 22, 57, 77. So it's about 100 gems I'm gonna have to go through to get to my GM skill, and that was taking it from about 97 to up to 100. So I've already done a lot of gems, but now I just have the regular ones left. I'd have some final push. So I've got 22 sapphires, and I've got 46 diamonds, tons of it to get through. So what I need to do now is get my alchemy here, which you can see is at 99, probably 99 and 3/4. Get that from here up to 100. So final push. So we're going to put this off to the side here. We're going to go back over here. We're going to go back to gems and see what I was working on. I'm on rubies. So I've got 6 rubies left. So I'm going to take those and hit those up. And if that's not enough, then I've got a ton of sapphires and a ton of diamonds to make the different ones. I think it's Tempestry for sapphire and Thaumaturgy healing for diamond. So I've definitely got enough. It's just whether I'm going to get through on this one, so you can see it kind of going through. So it's not something that alchemy is not something I just kind of went through. Said, okay, I'm going to give it, work the crap out of it. Like in carpentry, you do a lot of salvaging to do it. Alchemy is one I just kept using as much as I can. And over time, I just realized I was up in the 90s. Like, oh, well, I'm close. And then when I hit 96 last night, mid 96 levels, then I'm like, oh, I can push through and actually get to my GM. So I'm a little bit closer, and you can see that my sorcery gems are out of rubies. I've got a bunch of Tempestry gems I can make out of sapphires. So I'm going to click that up to 20. I'm definitely going to hit the GM at this point. And you see, it actually goes pretty quickly compared to the other ones. They start getting really small in the increments. But actually, I found out even getting this last couple points was actually something I went fairly quick. I think they're a bit gracious on this one. So I think from a material standpoint, if you do a gem, it's giving you a lot of XP to do that. Now, side note, to get from 96 to 96 up to 100, I'm at 570 in my pool. That's affecting it. That's how much the bigger the pool goes in. I was at near 1 million. So you're going to need it. And there it is. GM! Woohoo! Awesome. That's number 8 on the tree of skills there for me. So I've got alchemy in there, which is great. But yeah, you're going to need, that last 4 or 5 points, you need about 500,000 experience points. So lots of mining. Elysium, 500 per pop. Or one of the videos I have in Ulfheim is an experience video, and I show it that I'm up there killing Patriarch bears. They're like 1,500 experience per kill, but they're 500 for each skinning. So skinning Patriarch bears or going into a very hard level mine and mining metal is at 500 XP. So you mine 2 nodes, you get 1,000 XP. You do it. You've got to do. Was it 20? 20? No, 100. So you need 100 of those. You need to do 200 nodes to get to 100,000, which isn't that hard if you think about it. You're in a mining session. You're doing that. So I'm letting Tempestry go. I'm actually going to rock these gems all the way up to it. Let's just see how far I can get this up there. I may get to 101, which would be cool. So I've got my Tempestry gems I'm working on here. Yeah, so this overall, it's just not one of those skills like I really pushed on carpentry, but I was salvaging like crazy, and that's how I got that up so fast. This one, just because the materials are harder to get, definitely at the lower levels. It's not like you're running around with a ton of gems anyways. As you get in the upper levels, especially if you're something like you can do troll hunting, and you can do that on your own, then you can go out there and just collect away. So I think I'm actually going to have enough to get to 101. Why am I going to go 101? Why not? I've got another one. I think I've got tailoring or something at 101. Carpentry? Blacksmithing? No, I don't have any of those. Well, it'll be my first crafting one at 101. So here I've got those 46 diamonds, so I can make the Thaumaturgy gems. Let's throw that in there. But going from like 100 to 101 is a lot of experience. Let's see, 28.2. And that goes down to 26.2, so it's 2,000 a pop. So it's not like it's really sucking out. I think having a big pool affects it, so you're able to get more gain per use. It just works out that way. So if I'm working on GM, I try to get these things up. If you look at my adventuring pool, I'm at 1.2 million. For the upper level guys, that's pretty low, actually. For me, that's really good. Anything above 1,000,000 is good. So once I get up to about 300, 1.3, then I'll pick a skill. Like, let's say if I want to go disabling shots, I actually want to go GM, which I may do tonight. Maybe I'll make a second video too and go up to number 9. It's something I'll go up to Wolfheim and beat the crud out of this for a bit on the bears. So, yeah. So this is cool. GMing does really make a difference between 99 and 100 or 101. Not really. It doesn't make that much. I mean, your proficiency, like here I'm at 70.7. If I went to 120, which is an ungodly number, to get 7%, an extra 7 points of proficiency, nah. I would, if I were you, I would actually go and get a prosperity pot, and what I would do is actually make a true bronze kit and engrave the pot. That'll give you +5 on your proficiency. Am I gonna be able to make this? I think I can. Come on. Boy, it's really draining. But that's okay. I'll go out and mine for a bit and get that back up. My pool's been gradually going up just because of a lot of mining, and I have been actively raising a lot of skills in my crafting area. So, yeah, I'll make it to 101. How about that? An extra bonus. Not only 100 today, but 101. Nice. Let's see. I've still got 27 gems, so let's crank that up to 20 here. We'll make it there. So yeah, so I've been doing a lot of, especially in the Necro line. I've been switching over to a lot of Necro stuff. So Necro wands, Necro armor, Necro bow, anything I can, or chest pieces on the armor. So I've been going through a lot of that, and I've been doing some extra crafting for some people. People saying, "Hey, can you make this?" Friends in the guild, I typically don't charge. Like yesterday, I was putting together a bow for one of the members. He wanted a decent tapestry bow. So I crafted a Crimson Pine +1, which is hard to do. I actually got a Tapestry gem on it. I just got 2 regular enchantments. I didn't get anything big like intelligence and focus on it. But I went back to masterwork. It actually got aim shot, like extra 16% on aim shot. And I got disabling shot on it, which was an extra 16% duration on your disabling shot on it. From a bow crafter, that's awesome. To get 2 with only 2 masterworks, to get 2 archery specific things on there was just great. So it was a great bow, and I punted over from here you go. And I said I've been doing this to raise up skill, so I'm like, sure, go ahead. And I just I didn't even charge them on that. So, but people have been asking for stuff. I've been trying to help out make some stuff. So, okay, we are getting close again. 15. Yeah, I think I'm going to make... Yeah, I'll make it here on these gems. Otherwise, I'll have to pull out some scrolls and start doing some scrolls. And you see, I'm down to 462 now. Ooh, I failed. I failed at making a gem. How funny. Gonna get there, gonna get there. Let's see. I'll do a couple more, I think. I don't think it'll make the 101 mark there. That's close. I need like 2 or 3 more gems. Alright, so I've got 8 left. I definitely will make it in there. So let's do the 8. Get these gems all wrapped up. Oh, it's right on the bed. This may be it. Come on. Give me that. Sweet! 101. So that's cool. So, it said if you got a lot of the materials and you got a big enough pool, then getting these up and putting those up to the higher levels is not that hard to do. It's just I think Alchemy, because of the resource, you have to be a little bit more of an advanced character and able to go out and get those resources. Especially something like Elysium Mine. If you can make down to the 3rd level, there's gems down there. I did a thing on Midmare Passage. It's in my video list. That one is like all gems and stuff around. So if you go down there and pick up those gems, lots of them, then you're gonna not only raise your skill in your mining, but you're also getting a lot of resources to do this. So let's do this. Pop out. So gem. I've got 1 sapphire left. Gem. Ooh, I've got citrines left. attuned. So let's put this back on. Citrines. Citrines probably afterwards. There it is. So let's get that one. Oops, I don't want a war gem. I want a regular gem. In case you're wondering, the regular gem gives you benefits for that skill. So like a Tempestry gem is going to give you benefits for water attunement. A war gem is going to give you some defense against water. So this is for health, life spells. This is against it. So I've got 15 here. Let's just do that last bit and close out the bin here. Just get them all done and out of the way. Also, mandrake root. Need a lot of mandrake. You know, it's 10 mandrake every time. So you're either going to buy it or you're going to go out and grow it. Growing it, I would suggest that it's definitely cheaper to grow it. If you got a greenhouse, then great. If not, just do it in a couple of beds. You need about, like here, I probably use about 2,000 mandrake. So it's definitely a one full batch of growing, depending on how many planting beds you've got. So cool. Yeah, lots of gems. That also means now I've got a ton of gems for socketing, which means I can, you know, definitely put those on there and get the pieces I do socketed and then work on the master working or the enchantment here. Because you see, I need to get that up to, I want to get that up to GM. This is that number that really affects when you go to enchant something, your percentage chance. So my first time I'm like 95%. My second time I'm like 75, and my third time I'm like 40. So you want to raise those up. So you want to be able to get to the point of making good pieces. If you make a solid piece, it's got to be 2x2, 2 masterwork, 2 enchantments. To make a really good piece, you want to have 3x3. And to get there, you know, if you just really aren't good in the skill, you're just going to blow up on those third times so many times. So you really just want to make sure you're going to have to get these up. These are actually more focused on actually your proficiency with weapons or with armor. This is the base, and you're going to have to get these up as well. It'd be nice to GM these, but that's a lot of, in this case, a lot of gold. Tons and tons of gold. It's 5 gold ingots or 20 gold ore for every use. Let's see, do I got everything here? Gem, root, gem, pearl, gem. Yes, I do. Let's go put this back in. And one last thing here. If you look up here, this is my mortar and pestle with true bronze engravings. So it gives you 30% faster on your production time and gives you plus 5 in your proficiency. I wouldn't go above 101. I would actually just make sure I use this guy. And it's just you go out buy a mortar and pestle, you just make a true bronze engraving kit. You basically need a bronze, ingot. And it's simple to make. So let's see. In fact, do I have that here? So on a true bronze kit, you need a Constantin. I love that word. Ingot. Once again, it's just another ingot over there to make. You make one of those, a bronze ingot, 10 mandrake, mortar pestle. You can make a kit. Then you like a repair kit. You can literally drag it and drop it on to your mortar and pestle you just buy in the store. You know, a couple of bucks, a couple of gold pieces. So, all right, let's put this back in. If you've watched it in my whole tidiness, I have an organization video out there. This is part of being organized. So I'll take all these gems and drop them in, and then I'll take these gems, this gem. I burned up my mandrake in here, so I need 100 of these here. It takes from my inner bag for some reason. I don't know why. Instead of my outer bag. So I'm going to take these to make my spares. These go in here. So I got 3,000 black pearls. Got a few mandrake. I'm going to get some more teleport scrolls. Got to make teleport scrolls. You need those. And if I look at that, what's my supply of gems now? Wow. So got 25 in Necro, which is where I'm mainly at. A lot of people talk about sorcery, so they use it for fire. Some want it for healing. Some on earth. I haven't got too much. I got a ward here. Oh, it looks like I clicked the wrong one. Oops. Made a bunch of ward gems. Oh well. I'll go get some more of those. Anyways, so that is it. So that is how I get through alchemy. So alchemy is really, if you're going to want to GM it, use it. Use it for your normal day-to-day stuff. Just work on using it. It's going to raise up. It's going to raise up fairly quickly. Some of the more mundane ones, scrolls and gems, are definitely the mundane ones, or just regular enchantment stuff. Potion making. If you got your ingredients for potions, that is another great way. If you are a poisoner or whatever else. So I think potions. So all different types, healings, focus. I've got all these spells in there. I'm not that big of a potion person, so I can't say I really went through that. I have made some for poisoning, but most of the time when I collect potions from out in the loot, I literally just come in here and drop it in here. I got some scrolls in here too, but you can see these, I just collect them. Like these I got from sieges and stuff. So yeah, just use it. But once you get to that point where you're up in the upper 90s, push through. You can push through on scrolls. You can push through on making gems out of a stone, so a diamond to a thaumaturgy gem, or push through on potions. One of those two. You get pretty good gains on it coming back. It's really fast to do. So I mean, to go from 96 to 100, 101, it just wasn't that bad. So that's it. If you have questions or comments, throw them on the video. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Once again, it's Elaina Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com. At the end of this, there's going to be a video pops up, a previous video in the series. Below that's going to be a link to the SodaTutorials.com website, what I've been doing, what I will be doing, picture of me in the fairy wings. If you are liking the content here, please click on that and subscribe to the channel. And then off to the right is a video on Strongbow Apartments. Apartments over in rentals in Owl's Head. Great little location, very cheap, very low key. Got my first tenant this week, so all happy about that. If you need a place to stay, take a look at that video. Thank you. Take care.